It's rare to see United fans excited about a new season, but that's exactly the mood around the club. Between the new signings and Champions League football, their fans cannot wait to watch Carrick ball again. But is this real optimism, or are we just at the beginning of every United cycle that ultimately leads to nothing at the end of it all? One of the biggest reasons why United fans are so excited is because they ended the 2025-2026 season so well, which is crazy to think about because this is the same season where they started it out by losing in the second round of the Carabao Cup to 4th Division Grimsby. People make fun of Amorim with the tactics board, but that led them to actually getting back into the game. For me, the image from that night that summed up the mood around the club was Ruben Amorim standing on the touchline in the pouring rain, not watching his team take pens. It quickly became a symbol of a manager who appeared to be losing his grip on the team.
You can feel it that something has to change, and you are not going to change 22 players again.
Amorim's refusal to change from his beloved 3-4-3 system frustrated everyone.
All the best managers have tweaked their teams. He doesn't seem to be able to do it, and he is sticking to this 3-4-2-1 system.
Sure, there were some bright moments like their win over Liverpool at Anfield, or the win against City where Ahmad scored the winner.
Make it even better for Manchester United. Ahmad! From 1-0 down! Manchester United have turned it around!
But overall, United struggled for consistency. They looked vulnerable in transition, and many felt the team was severely underperforming given the talent they had. Amorim was backed financially, had a full preseason, yet United were basically out of every competition just a few months into the season. Now, some will say that Amorim was making progress as United were 6th in the table at the time he was sacked, but he also did tie a Wolves side that still didn't have a league win at that point.
As a matter of fact, you quite easily could have lost this to arguably the worst team the Premier League has seen. And that just, again, speaks to this team, a lack of character about them, about who they are.
Well, enter Michael Carrick, and what a transformation he made to the team. While Amorim kept telling everyone United had to suffer,
we are going to suffer for a long period, and we will try to win games. This will take time.
Carrick made the managerial position look easy.
Chance here for Cunha! Mateus Cunha has fired home for Manchester United!
Today was a performance that you look at and you go, listen, if this man can build something, he deserves it for me. I don't see the point in looking elsewhere, and you can always say, yeah, that looks good, oh yeah, that looks nice over there. You know what? Stick with what you got, baby.
Just by playing people in the correct position, United were able to win more games. Every time you thought the new manager bounce was over, they kept winning.
Coming from the 3 games that he in charge, he's the man to do the job.
Carrick brought stability by pretty much using the same starting 11 week in, week out. The result was a team that finally looked like it understood each other. There was chemistry and a clear identity. Under Amorim, every game felt unpredictable. Nobody knew who was going to start, what position they would play, or even what Manchester United were trying to do. As the weeks went by, Carrick's success just made Amorim's spell look worse. United attacked with far more purpose, defended with much more discipline, and finally looked balanced in midfield. The back four became settled, the attack flowed way more naturally, and players were put into positions that actually suited their strengths.
For a manager to come in, and Carrick's done brilliant, but to play players in the right position, ask certain things, show courage as Manchester United should, it would improve things, no doubt.
To the outside, it might have seemed like a tactical revolution, but to United fans, it was Carrick simply using common sense. One of Amorim's biggest mistakes was how little he trusted Kobe Mainoo. Mainoo was one of United's brightest young talents, yet he often found himself overlooked, while Amorim remained stubbornly committed to his system. While under Carrick, Mainoo started cooking again. He was put back in the center of the park and looked amazing from the get-go. What impressed fans even more was the mentality that Carrick brought back to the team.
But the biggest thing that I see with Michael Carrick that I didn't see with Ruben Amorim is he's brought back this winning feeling, this winning culture, and this winning vibe, and it's contagious.
Even when United didn't win, the fight and determination was obvious. It felt like the players believed again.
Yeah, he's played a huge part in it. I mean, the confidence that he puts in, not just me, but all the players. You know, you want to follow him, you want to fight for him, you want to die for him on the pitch.
Just a few months earlier, this was a team that looked nervous against Wolves. Now they were going toe-to-toe with Manchester City and Arsenal in the same month.
To get a response and a performance like that in that short space of time.
What they've done has been absolutely fantastic. And I think more than anything, they've been talking to them. They made them understand what Manchester United is supposed to be.
The mental transformation was so incredible that naturally, the expectations changed almost overnight. Not long before, an 8th place finish had felt like the absolute best United could hope for, because of Amorim propaganda.
There is no other way. We need to suffer.
Under Carrick, Champions League qualification suddenly became a realistic objective rather than just some impossible dream. His style of football also felt like a step forward. There were still elements of the fast transitions that United had used under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but Carrick's version was much more complete. United could still counterattack when the opportunity was there, but they were also capable of controlling possession, slowing games down, and changing their approach depending on the opponent. For the first time in a long time, they finally looked like a team that could win in different ways. During Amorim's time, Bruno Fernandes, the guy who ended up being the best player in the Premier League in 2026, was playing as a deep-lying central midfielder. Mainu wasn't playing at all, and United lost 4 consecutive matches against Tottenham, suffered an embarrassing defeat to Grimsby Town, and had their worst ever Premier League finish, finishing in 15th place. Carrick immediately simplified everything, and the results spoke for themselves. United went on one of the best runs of form the club had ever seen since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. Along the way, Carrick's side beat every single member of the traditional Big Six. You guys can't see me, but I'm using air quotes because at that point you could question whether Tottenham actually count as a Big Six club anymore. Well, Carrick defeated all of these guys, giving supporters the belief that the club was finally moving back in the right direction. By the end of May 2026, United secured 3rd place with an impressive 3-0 win away at Brighton, booking their return to the Champions League. Thanks to Carrick, several players hit another level. Bruno Fernandes once again proved why he was the team's most important player. Given the freedom to operate in his normal position as an attacking midfielder in a 4-2-3-1, Bruno became the creative engine behind almost everything United did going forward. He broke the record for the most assists in a single Premier League season, which is insane to think about considering this dude was legit playing as a double pivot in a 3-back for like half the season. Bruno is a goals and assist machine. He needs to be closer to goal, surrounded by runners, not dropping deep to collect.
Bruno playing in a position in advance with people like Mbeumo, with the quality of Cunha, who can drop in and play in that 10 and score the goals like we've seen him score. It's all about the offensive side of them right now.
His partnership with Casemiro was especially devastating, with Bruno setting up 6 of the Brazilians' Premier League goals. I know United fans are gonna miss those clutch headers from Casemiro. Since United were also playing on the counter, it made Bruno's playmaking that much more lethal because he had lots of space in front of him and more passing options. After struggling for opportunities under Ruben Amorim, Mainu became one of the first names on Carrick's team sheet. He played more than 1,500 league minutes under the new manager, second only to Bruno Fernandes and Luke, I kinda look like Jake Paul, Shaw. Mainu established himself as one of the team's most reliable midfielders again. His calmness under pressure, ability to escape tight spaces, and composure in possession made him so valuable. Like at one point people had legit forgot how good this guy used to be. He was starting in a Euros final as a teenager.
Again, this is the quality of Kobbie Mainoo, and we saw that when he got into the team, the England team, and played in the Euros at 18. We know what the quality he's got.
Then Brian Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha, and Benjamin Šeško all improved significantly during the second half of the campaign, giving United a much more dangerous and balanced attack. Šeško and Mbeumo each finished the Premier League season with 11 goals, while Cunha added another 10, providing Carrick with the firepower needed to secure a top 3 finish and Champions League qualification. Once Manchester United secured Champions League football, they wasted no time in fixing one of the biggest problems in the squad, which was the midfield. Casemiro left after his contract expired, and things got even worse when Manuel Ugarte suffered a serious knee injury while playing for Uruguay at the 2026 World Cup. Suddenly, Kobbie Mainoo was the only fully fit senior midfielder available. United knew they couldn't go into another season like that, so Jason Wilcox and the recruitment team moved quickly, bringing in 2 players they believed were the perfect fit for Michael Carrick's system: Andre Santos from Chelsea and Yuri Tielemans from Aston Villa. Even though Santos didn't start regularly at Chelsea, mainly because of competition for places, United saw a player with enormous potential. Under Liam Rossinier, he was actually doing very well. LinkedIn Liam trusted him a lot because of their time together at Strasbourg.
I'm lucky with Andre because he's done it for me before. He's done that same position against Marseille and PSG last year,
where he scored 11 goals, provided 5 assists, and earned a place in the Ligue 1 team of the season. At Chelsea, he was used in a much deeper role, but that's what makes Andre Santos so good. He's very versatile. He can play as a box-to-box midfielder or play as a deep-line playmaker. Among Premier League midfielders under 22 years old, Santos ranked near the top for passing accuracy and progressive passing. He also completed 87% of his passes under pressure, which is a clear improvement on what Casemiro offered. Santos is also excellent at moving the ball into dangerous areas. Defensively, he impressed as well. His tackle success rate was significantly better than both Casemiro and Ugarte, while also giving away far fewer fouls. On top of that, he won the majority of his individual duels. Most importantly, Santos looked like a perfect fit next to Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo's biggest strength is receiving the ball under pressure and dribbling through tight spaces. Santos complements that perfectly. He's more defensive, reads danger well, plays quick forward passes, and keeps the game moving with simple one-touch combinations. Together, they give Carrick a midfield that is both technically secure and physically strong. Santos also brings something that United lost when Casemiro left, which is goals from midfield. Like I said earlier, during his time at Strasbourg, he developed a habit of making lay runs into the box and attacking crosses, finishing with 10 league goals. He played in a very similar role in Brazil before making the move to Europe. With Casemiro leaving after scoring 9 Premier League goals the previous season, Santos gives United another midfielder capable of arriving at the right place at the right time and chipping in with important goals. Alongside the signing of Andre Santos, United added something else that they felt they were missing, especially in the midfield, which was experience. The club brought in Belgian international Yuri Tielemans from Aston Villa for £35 million. At 29 years old, Tielemans arrived with over 240 Premier League appearances under his belt, as well as years of international experience with Belgium, whom he captained to the quarterfinals of the 2026 World Cup. One of Tielemans' biggest strengths is his ability to control games. He's the kind of midfielder who always seems to have all the time in the world on the ball. He can slow down the tempo when needed, speed it up with one pass, or switch play with these long diagonal balls that stretch opposition defenses. Against teams that sit in that haram low block at Old Trafford, that kind of passing ability becomes incredibly valuable. His versatility is another huge bonus. Tielemans is comfortable playing as the deepest midfielder, operating as a number 8, or even filling in as an attacking midfielder if Bruno Fernandes ever needs a rest. That flexibility gives Michael Carrick far more tactical options over the course of a long season, because remember, United now have Champions League football too. His experience is just as important as his technical ability. Having played hundreds of Premier League matches, countless games in Europe, and captaining Belgium to a deep run in the World Cup, he is someone that can add so much value to the locker room. Now, while the new players are always exciting, anybody that's watched Toy Story will tell you how much love Andy showed to the new toys, a lot of United fans are super excited about the existing players at the club, especially the younger kids coming from the academy. Let's start with Lacey. Many supporters believe the 18-year-old is the brightest talent to come through Carrington in years. His close ball control, low center of gravity, and silky left foot make him so good. Very Foden-esque. He made his Premier League debut last season against Burnley and almost scored a ridiculous goal. Most fans want him to play a much bigger role this season, hoping that he can make regular appearances in cups and more minutes off the bench in the Premier League. Another player supporters can't stop talking about is Chido Obi. The young striker has quickly become one of the academy's biggest stars. He scored 4 goals against Leicester City's under-21s, grabbed another brace against Manchester City's youngsters, and played a huge role during United's run to the FA Youth Cup final.
Obi wants it, and he's onto it. Is this his chance as he rounds Benetton?
Fans see him as the long-term striker capable of eventually taking over the number 9 role, praising his finishing, movement, and willingness to press defenders. Harry Amas is another player fans are keeping a close eye on. After spending his time on loan in the Championship with Sheffield Wednesday and Norwich City, many supporters feel he's now ready for the challenge for first team minutes. Some believe he should stay as Luke Shaw's backup, while others think one more Premier League loan would help him develop even faster. Either way, there's a lot of excitement about his future. Of course, how can I talk about future stars and not mention JJ Gabriel? Kid is 15 years old and already has so much buzz around his name. On the pitch, it's easy to understand the hype. He's comfortable using either foot, can turn away from defenders in tight spaces, and constantly finds passing angles that other players don't see. Whether he's receiving the ball with his back to goal, dribbling through midfield, or linking the play around the penalty area, he looks completely natural. People inside of Manchester United are still urging patience. They know that plenty of academy stars never make the jump to senior football, but they also know JJ Gabriel is not an ordinary academy player. Right now, he's on one of the fastest development paths the club has seen in years. It's not just the academy players that fans are excited about. There are several established first team guys that fans feel like can make the jump to that next level in this new season under Michael Carrick. Kobbie Mainoo is right at the top of the list. Now entering his 3rd full season with the senior squad, United fans believe this could be the year he establishes himself as one of the Premier League's best midfielders. With Andre Santos taking on more of the defensive work, Mainoo should have greater freedom to drive forward, create chances, and influence games in the final third. Lenny Yoro is another player that many expect to explode this season. After settling into English football during a difficult campaign, the young French defender now looks ready to become one of the leaders of United's defense. His composure on the ball, recovery pace, and ability to read the game make many fans believe believe he can develop into one of the league's top center backs. Then you have Patrick Dogu, who heads into the new season with so much momentum. After finishing last year strongly and putting his injury problems behind him, his athleticism and versatility gives Carrick another reliable option on the left side of the pitch. Whether at fullback or further forward, it's an asset to have this guy. I mean, you guys remember that goal versus Arsenal?
Lifts it back to Bruno Fernandes, lifts it back to Patrick Dogu, takes it with him. Dogu's left-footed effort! Oh, it's a screamer! Patrick Dogu pops up again, but that is of the highest quality from the Dane!
Then there's the attack. With a full preseason together and a much clearer tactical system, supporters are expecting big things from Benjamin Šeško, Brian Mbeumo, and Matheus Cunha. Cunha especially because he had a good World Cup as well. Even after joining during a season full of tactical changes, the trio combined for 32 Premier League goals. Now, with Carrick's system fully in place, fans believe they have all the tools to become one of the most dangerous front threes in all of Europe. For the first time in a long time, there's genuine excitement around Manchester United again. The first team finally has a clear identity, the academy is producing top talent, and the manager is no longer telling you to suffer. United fans feel like the club is building towards something rather than constantly starting over. To get a better look at United's new signing in Andre Santos, you have to watch this video right here.